Mhm. Rule number one of not getting caught. You don't move the goddamn body.
Welcome to the Truth Table podcast, unapologetic AF. We have four friends, four voices, one table, and zero filter. We are messy, chaotic, non-pinterest, fun, loving, caring people, and we just love spreading positivity and everything. So I'm gonna pass it on to Mike.
Hey, thanks, Joel. Guys, welcome in. We have a special guest tonight, and when I tell y'all right now, we have a treat for you. This man is an absolute hero in my mind for just making it through all the things that he has. We have Earl up here. He is former military. He is a full-time TikTok live host. Make sure y'all are checking him out. And Earl, are you ready for this? Because it's over to you.
Yes, I am. Uh, Hi. I'll tell you all about myself. Uh, okay, I'll start off. I'm 60 years old. I was born in Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia. Um,
Oh, I live in Pennsylvania.
yeah, I grew up in Chester, Pennsylvania, right next to Philadelphia. It's a tough little
Okay.
city. Uh, my father owned a bar. I was raised in a bar. My dad. Okay, I got to go back. My mother was a white Polish lady that was pregnant with me from a black guy. Uh, the black guy had to go to jail, and while he went to jail, my mother had nowhere to go. So I'll pick it up from this point. I was 7 years old. My dad told me this. Earl Luke, the man that raised me, he was a white Englishman. Obviously, I'm brown. So I knew he wasn't my blood dad, but that was my dad. He was there ever since I was born. I love my dad. But he told me, he said, son, I'm going to tell you where you came from. I'm like, okay, dad, tell me where I came from. He said, your mom was pregnant with you from a black guy. He was a friend of mine. He had to go to jail, and she had nowhere to go. So he asked, could I take your mother in and your brother? My brother was 7 at the time. He was 7 years older than me. So my dad, he took him in. Well, during that time, he fell in love with my mother. He married her and made her his wife. And when I was born, he said, that's my son. I'm going to raise him as my own. And he gave me his name. So that's how I became Earl Luke Jr. Uh, Earl Luke, the man that raised me, he was born in 1903. He passed away in 1980. He was 76. If you look up under boxing history, he boxed in 1927. Uh, he was a boxer. He owned bars. He owned 5 bars before I come along. I was raised in a bar. He was a longshoreman. He was a stevedore. He he did real estate for years. He used to tell me when I was like 5, 6 years old, "Hey son, get into real estate." I'm like, "Okay, Dad. I'm gonna go ride my bike now." Uh, he was awesome. I love my dad so much. But I come from a family. So my father was white, my mother was white, my brother was white. Obviously, I'm brown. Uh, so I come from a world of everybody would look at me as a kid, and I was at Sesame Street used to have that song. One of these things is not like the other. Which one's different? Do you know? I was a different one. I felt even to this day, I still don't quite feel like I fit in. I'm different than the rest of the world. I don't think like the rest of the world. I love the world. I love people and all that, but I think differently. But back to me and my story of growing up. Uh, so remember, I was born in 1966. So the civil rights and all that stuff was just fresh when I was coming up as a little kid. I remember things. I met Coretta Scott King, Martin Luther King's wife. She came to my elementary school, and I went on stage and shook her hand. So I actually met Martin Luther King's wife. That was pretty cool.
That's
Um,
cool.
so I just come from a world of what was weird, not weird. We were a white family in an all black city, and we were accepted. Everyone loved us. People didn't see color where I came from. My father helped anybody, it didn't matter what color they were. He raised me as his own. I wasn't his color. So I just come from a world of love. Everybody loved me and liked me. I was kind of like the golden child of the neighborhood. Everybody was like, "Oh, that's Luke's son. You better not mess with him. That's Luke's son." And but everybody liked me. I was well loved in the neighborhood, and I grew up with love. I wasn't abused. My mother loved me. My father loved me. My brother loved me. But When I was 11, my mother divorced my dad, and she's like, "You want to come with me and your brother?" And I'm like, "Well, he'll be alone. I can't leave my father alone. You got each other. You know, you can make it, you two. You know, I want to be with you, but I can't leave my father." He- So I stayed with my father. So I never saw my mother again. I saw her one more time after that, and I never saw her again. And then that year, my brother drowned. Uh, but my brother, I'll go back before he drowned. When I was growing up, my brother loved me, and he would hold my hand and take me places. And people would look at this white boy with this little brown boy, like, "Who is that?" And he's like, "That's my brother." And or what? And okay, never mind. He always protected me. He loved me. Uh, so I got a lot of love for my brother. And then my mother, she loved me, but she was an alcoholic, and she would drag me around basically to all the bars in town. So I knew I would just walk in bars looking for my mother all the time because you couldn't find her. She was at a bar somewhere. Uh, she was a beautiful lady, and like I said, she was kind. She loved me. She used to take me to the park, and I used to go. We used to have picnics all the time at the park. I'd feed the squirrels and the pigeons. I remember all that. And she just had the drinking problem. And when I was about 7 or 8 or 9, my dad again told me. He said, "Well, it was." I would be playing baseball with my friends. I'm 7, 8, 9 years old, ready to hit the ball, and everyone's laughing at me. And I'm like, "Why are you laughing at me? I got a bat. Stop laughing at me." And they'd say, "Oh, your mom's on the corner. She sitting there and she can't get up." So at 7, 8 years old, I used to have to go get my drunk mother off the corner because she never quite made it home. She'd always almost make it home, sit on the corner, and someone would say she's down there, and I'd go get her because you can't let, 7, 8 years old, you got to be a man and go get your mother so nobody hurts your mother. So I grew up fast. I was a man. I think I was born a man. I don't ever remember being a boy. It was fun being a kid, but I never really was a boy. But anyway, I'd get my mother home, put her on the couch, then I go back out playing. But then later at night when I'm hungry, Mom, wake up, wake up. She'd never wake up. But my dad, he had me covered. My dad loved me. He'd say, "Hey, what you want dinner? What do you want?" I'd say hamburger, mashed potatoes, and spinach. And he'd cook it for me. Every night I ate hamburger, mashed potatoes, and spinach. To this day, if you cook me hamburger, mashed potatoes, and spinach, I love you. I love hamburger, mashed potatoes, and spinach. So he loved me. He had my back. And he told me one day, he said, "Your mother, she had about 8 kids burn up in the fire a couple years before you were born." He said, "That's what messed her up." So I used to hate my mother. You had a drunk mother that wasn't there for you, basically. But once I understood why she was the way she was, I didn't hate her anymore. And I forgave her, so. But when they left, my mother and my brother, and then he drowned that year. He was 17. I was 11. 2 years later, my dad, he passed away from a heart attack. So I had to go to foster home. So I went from 11 years old, having a whole family. 2 more years later, 13, I had no family. So I went through foster care, and I had a wonderful family. My mother was a private nurse, and my dad built helicopters for Boeing. I had a brother, Harry. He's 2 years older than me. So um, I had a good family. Harry, when he was 30 years old, somebody did something to him and took him away from us. Uh, so I've had a lot of people in my life pass away. My friend Joe, we were high school buddies. I moved away for a couple years, so I didn't see him when I was 19, 20, 21. I moved back, and we reconnected, and we're hanging out that summer. And he was my buddy. Then he passed away in a car accident. Then I had my friend Peanut. I used to hang with Peanut all the time. Peanut was my man. I go see Peanut, hang out with him. Peanut was about 26, 27. He started having seizures, and then he passed away. Then my best friend Rodney, we were inseparable. I grew up with him from when I was toddler on up, and they found him he was 30 years old, and he messing with the rugs, and that got him. Uh, there's a lot more people. I'm starting to forget people. My best friend was Irvin. I went to school with a guy, Irvin. He was 1 year below me in school. Well, we were buddies. We didn't hang in the same circle. We graduate. We knew each other. Like, "Hey, Luke. Hey, Irvin." We'd speak to each other. I wound up being best friends with his dad. So I'd be at his dad's house. I'd go out his house all the time and hang out. I loved hanging out with Irvin. He had house out in the country, and we go out there, hit golf balls into the woods, and sit around and listen to the big stereo and jam and drink beer and hang out. Well, he passed away. He got the big C word a few years back. So
Right.
I've been I've been a bachelor forever. I had a daughter with a girl when I was 25. The relationship didn't work out, so I separated from her. Uh, and then I lost track of my daughter for years. And I had to become a detective and find her. And I found her years later. And the weird thing, I'm thinking I'm gonna find my little girl, and I found this grown woman with a bunch of kids. And it never was. My daughter's got issues, and she doesn't like me, so I don't see her and my grandkids. I have 4 grandkids by her, and so I don't struggle with that. I'm a person like this. Life is what it is. I refuse to be a sad, broke down person. I'm going to stay happy as I'm going to be happy. I remember one day I just said 30, 40 years ago, I'm like, you know what? I don't care what happens, but I wake up happy every day. I'm gonna do the best to be happy. And I do love people and I like being kind to people and being a nice person. So I see someone in a bad situation, I talk to them. But people talk to me. I'm that person that the world just migrates to. Hey, I got this problem. I'm like, okay. And I get people through I can solve the world's problems. I know how I see it from the outside and I tell people the best advice. Here on TikTok, people come back to me all the time and say, Earl, what you told me was the best advice. Thank you so much. I took the job and life is great. Some younger guys, they like to call me uncle because they're like, yo, you remind me of my uncle I used to have or my brother. So
Yeah.
I love that about this app here on TikTok. Because I downloaded this app just to talk to people. I had nobody really to talk to in this world because I'm a loner person. I don't talk to a lot of people out in the world. I'm friendly, but it's like a high and by thing. Just I crave conversation. I right now with my life, I'm like, why is there no other person that can see me and realize I talk about all the subjects and I know a lot of things. I used to read encyclopedias because I wanted to know everything. Uh, but I sit in my life so many times by myself. I'm like, what is it with people? I guess there's people that just aren't interested in having a conversation. They just want to go boobity boobity boo bop bop and bounce around. I guess they're not. I'm trying to
You know
find
what,
people that.
Earl?
What's that?
The world moves so fast today. People move so fast today. They don't even slow down to take a moment to actually get to know someone most of the time. You're right, it's a high and by. It's kind of sad if you really break it all down. But I'm going to tell you what, I've known Earl for a little bit, and there's a whole reason we call him the sweet talker.
Why, yes, I am. Uh, yeah, yeah, like the scrolling. People scroll through and keep. It's like yeah, people they're too nervous or something. It's like slow down. Yeah, you're exactly right. Uh, but yes, I crave conversation. I want so many times I get conversations started in my room and 2, 3 people were talking and then oh you're from Pennsylvania? I'm from Pennsylvania. Man, I went to Franklin Element. I went to Franklin Element. Bob, these things are happening. People are sitting next to people and not having conversations with them. And did you know your best friend in the world is right there if you fucking talk to them? You know,
Yep.
or someone get ready to tell you something that you need to know. You know, so many my chat, I just want people to freaking talk like you guys. You guys talk to each other and shit's happening and people are learning and things are going. I see these chats where people are just sitting in a room and it's 8 boxes and one guy's like this and there's somebody over there, and nobody's doing anything. But if they're happy, they're happy. But I want I just want conversation. I want to talk to people and I want people to solve their problems and you conversations come to solutions. When you talk to people, you come up with solutions in conversations. If you don't talk
Absolutely.
about things, nobody will never get anything done. And it's just a
Sounds like
random
that's your way
conversation.
of plugging that if anyone wants to co host you to look you up.
I'm
Yeah.
all the time. I mean, I'm looking for
Be
my
staring
equal.
me down.
I don't think I have an equal on TikTok. That might be the problem. I need to put a challenge out there because I'm trying to
Oh,
get
I
them in my.
like this.
I mean, challenge me in a conversation. I'll wipe the floor with you in a conversation.
Let's go, Earl.
You know, I want I wanted to join a debate team. I'm looking for whatever debate teams and all these kind of things. I mean, let's talk about things, but people, maybe they'll try. I don't know. I need to put that out there, though. Yeah,
Make you up a video. Put that thing out there.
I answer all the questions on Jeopardy all the time.
It sounds like my husband. It seems like, yeah, it
Okay,
seems like our
yeah,
husbands and you might need to have some
I'm a listener,
conversations.
so you could probably talk to me.
yeah. My father encouraged me to.
Nothing and everything. Oh my God, are married to the same man. I'm like,
Yeah,
where did you learn that? Yes, mine too.
yeah,
Things that
yeah.
I'm
You
like,
know what?
okay, what made you
Well,
even begin to know these things? Well, I read
I,
and
well,
I
research,
I'll tell
but
you
you're
what.
reading and researching
On
the most random things.
Men just like to know things. We don't need to know
Yeah,
why we need to know it. We just need to know it. We see something, we learn it, we have to know it. And we may never use it.
yeah.
Or it may be the most random conversation that we just, hey, by the way, did you know?
but
I mean,
also, I've
yeah.
I've had many jobs in yeah, I've had many jobs in my life, and I worked in a bakery for over 20 years. It was a dinner theater slash bakery. So I
Ooh.
know about dinner theaters. I've seen South Pacific, Annie, Oklahoma, Guys
Oh,
and Dolls, a lot of Robert, something Hammerstein. I can't, those
oh,
guys. Yeah, see, that would be a
just made me blank out.
Jeopardy.
Yeah,
That would be a Jeopardy
yeah.
question. Something Hammerstein. Yeah. Uh, so, and then I was a sheet metal fabricator on and off for like 20 years. I worked in a steel mill for a little while. Uh, I worked with a woman who had a line of jewelry, and I learned how to fabricate gold jewelry. I know how to. She would solder it, and I put it through first stage tumblers, second stage tumblers. Then I take it out to the muriatic acid and nitric acid, and I use the soda ash to neutralize it. Then I take it and put it on the polishing wheel and polish it to a high, beautiful finish. So I learned all that. I know how to do all those
Wow.
things. I was a server for about 20 years. I was a cook for about 15. Uh, I've done a lot of as people start talking, like I'm a car porter right now. My little side hustle job, I work for car lots. I drive cars around, and that's a job that like people are like, I need a little extra money. Go ahead, and get a car porter, drive the car, make some money. You know,
Yeah.
I know a little bit about everything. But my father, he was too young for World War One because he was born 1903. So he was too young for World War One, too old for World War Two. He fell right in the middle of that. He lived through the Great Depression, the original Great Depression years ago, the original San Francisco earthquake in like 1920 something or whatever. When the Hindenburg in Lakehurst, New Jersey, had the big accident, the big Zeppelin. He listened to that radio show. My just he just knew a whole lot. He was so knowledgeable and smart. And I remember learning how to read. I remember the green tracing paper with 3 lines, learning your letters. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember like one week I learned my letters, then the next week I was reading. And so my brother, who was 7 years older than me, all his books were laying around. So I would pick up all these books all the time. And I read the Oxbow incident when I was like 7 years old. You know that book? Like that's a rough book for a 7-year-old to
Yeah.
read. But yeah, I I've been blessed with a whole lot of beautiful people in my life. Also, I have a friend in Florida, Kenny. Kenny, when I lived in Jacksonville, Florida for many years, I had no family down there. I was his roommate. He had a house. I rented a room out of his house. He had another house. He stayed with his wife and kids, but I rented a room in the other house. And when his sister, the house was for when his sister would come in from out of town with her family, and they cooked big meals, and they cooked meals, and they invited me to all of them. They made me like family. I've had
Yeah.
people that weren't blood to me that were so close to me that were more than family ever. And Kenny's one of those guys. I love Kenny to death. And I say that because back when I was a little kid, I have a white side of my family that disowned me. When I had nowhere to go, they didn't want me and I had to go to foster care. They could have took me in, but they didn't want me. Uh, so like I have abandonment issues, like a weird thing. I always think I don't I remember saying when I was 13, my father passed away. I'm like, I was crying so hard, and I'm like looking at him in the coffin, and I'm saying, this hurts too much. I don't ever want to love anybody ever again. I won't. So I didn't love anybody for you. I liked everybody. I was kind, but I would never let people get too close to me. Because all you're
Yeah.
going to do, I'm going to fall in love with you. You're either going to break my heart or you're going to die and break my heart. That's how I thought. So, I've lived a life of just staying to myself. Like, I tried the one girlfriend when I was 25. We had the baby, and that didn't work. So I've been a bachelor. I've had girlfriends here and there a couple times, but I'm always by myself. I just live a life of solitude, like I said. But I'm a friendly person. I just don't make no sense. Uh, I and I hear so many people tell stories of how when they were raised and how their parents were mean to them, or bad situations, and I feel for those people. Me, luckily, I was raised with love, and even though things got crappy in my lifetime, I still have love in me. And so when I used to couldn't love and didn't want to love, after my daughter was born, I was like, oh, I love this little baby. And then I started loving again. But
Yeah.
and that's the main reason why I downloaded this app, so I could talk to people. I was a lonely person, and I know there's a lot of people on this app. The reason why they're on this app, they're lonely in this world. They just talk to people. And that's what blows my mind. I can't find two or three of them to regularly come to my room and have a conversation. Uh, yeah, I just love TikTok. I love the opportunity I get to talk to people. But it's my it's my passion. It's all I care about is TikTok. This is what I plan on doing for the rest of my life if TikTok never goes away. Oh, I've never not been on the app every day ever since I downloaded it. A year and 2.5 months. I've missed one day going live, but I still was on the app. So I got a pretty good track record. I've been on every day for like over a year. And
You're
these people talk
definitely
about, oh, it's
so
hard. I went,
optimistic. I
huh?
said you're
I'll tell you
definitely
what.
so
I,
optimistic. And
I,
what do you think about yourself what do you think allows you to be so optimistic and so happy and not allow this to affect your mental health? Because so many
We,
of us that have went through that,
we,
I don't think we would be as strong as you are.
well, we have one life. I've come to realize we have one life. That's People say, what's the most important thing you have? Your life. Once your life is over, there's nothing. You're done. It's dark. It's over. So I realize I have one life and one life to live. So do I want to live a sad ass, miserable life? I live to be 80 years old, 80 years of misery. No. You can have 70 years of misery, but them last 10 years, if you turn it around, you can have 10 freaking great years of happiness.
Right.
Uh, yeah, I decided when I was about 35 years old, I said, well, I learned this is generally how it works with adults. Through your 20s, you still act like a teenager through your 20s. You get to be 30 years old and you're still like, I feel like a teenager and I'm still young in my 20s feeling. So a lot of 30-year-olds are still screw ups and they mess up. Some people start getting it together at 30. Most people don't get it together through their 20s. By the time they're 30, they might get it around 30. There's 35-year-olds, the late bloomers. 40 is the cutoff age. If somebody doesn't get the shit by 40 years old, and I know guys my age, they're 60, they grew up with me, and they're still homeless, they don't have a job, they're walking the streets, they're a mess. It's like they never got it together. But I knew
Right.
ones that were messed up like that, they got it together and they're living a great life. So yeah, I got it at 40 years old. I said, this is my life. I'm gonna be a happy person, and I'm not going to be a miserable, sad person. So you can make your own happiness if you know. I'm going to be happy. I wake up and I'm really happy. I wake up every day excited about waking up, and I'm like, oh, I get to see the sun wake up, and the sun goes up in the sky, and there's a bird flying. I love all this stuff. I stare at trees. I love trees. Trees are beautiful. Don't be messing with my trees.
Earl, it sounds to me like we have a lot in common when it comes to. Um, Let me ask you something. Let me break it down like this. At some point in your life, did something click all of a sudden? It was like, man, this is what I've got. I'm gonna slow myself down. I need to pay attention to what's happening around me. I need to enjoy every single moment because that's what happened for me.
Uh, I was just self-destructive to myself. I drank hard and I ran around with
Oh,
the wrong crowd, and I was in bad spots I shouldn't have been, and Oh, I've been in a lot of fist fights. I've 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 been in a lot of fist fights. I haven't been in a fist fight in 20 years. You know, I don't do that anymore. But there was a time as soon as someone said something to me, what? Let's go. And
Nope.
Yeah.
I never lost. I was good at fighting. I was raised by a boxer, and then I went to the army, and they taught
Yeah,
me more.
right.
You know, yeah, I'm like an MMA type fighter guy before there was MMA or MMA type stuff. So, and I come from a world of, like I said, I grew up outside of Philadelphia. Loan sharks and gangster guys were in my neighborhood, and these guys watched me grow up. And I could go and talk to these guys and do stuff with these guys. You can talk to these guys because they don't know you. But I
Yep.
I come from a world of we didn't ask for respect, we demanded respect, or you'd be picking up your teeth if you don't respect the people around here. And
Right.
so these people, like on TikTok, it makes me laugh. They say, "Oh, this person's bothering me. They got me crying." I'm like, "Why didn't you hit the block button? Just let me deal with
Saw
it."
this.
It's so you don't have to deal with silliness. If if you can't, I don't know. I just know.
I tell people that all the time that they have, if someone is coming after you, attacking you, or whatever, in any way upsets your peace, right?
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to not break yourself down, which we all are human and we have moments, right?
Right.
So we all do.
Oh yeah.
But it is in the end of the day, there is literally a mute button, a block button. You can get rid of them. And you know how the best way to get rid of drama and nonsense?
Ignore
If
it.
someone comes to you and they're talking about somebody else
Nope.
in a negative, positive, or talking down way, that person right there, I'm going to tell you what, guys, it don't matter if it's friend, family, foe, whatever, get them out of your life. Because if they're going to
Yeah.
talk about that person like that, one day it's going to be you. Now,
Yeah.
not only that, if they're coming to you with drama in general, and you say, hey, I don't do drama, go
I
ahead and
don't.
cut that off right there. Say, I don't do it.
Yeah.
If they still come after you again, they are done. I give people two chances, and they're out. It
I
doesn't matter
don't.
how big or small the drama is. I'm not doing drama. I don't do drama. So you
Yeah.
all can do that exact same thing. And once you learn to put up that boundary, your whole life will change.
Yeah. Well, my live when I first started my live, day one, day two, I said, "Hey, a troll got in there." I'm like, "Oh no, block," you know. And then someone started talking about someone else in the chat, picking on. Oh, no, block. Nobody's picking on nobody in my room. You say anything rude to me, you're blocked. People say mute them, mute nobody, block. Get out of here. Uh, if you well, you're allowed to block 10,000. I think I got about 8 more spots left. Yeah, I that's my joke. Everybody knows I block everybody. Uh, but yeah, I lost train of thought. Just I don't. My life is nobody. It's kindness. I said day one, my life is going to be kind. Nobody picking on nobody. It's a safe place. Some people who come to my room have special needs. You know, learning disabilities. I call some people I call them kind, gentle people. There's kind, gentle
Yeah.
people in the world, and then there's rough ass thug kind of people, and there's gang. There's all kinds of different people. But
Huh?
the kind, gentle people, I protect them because I'm a tough guy and I'm a nice guy, so I protect the softer people that can't protect themselves. But yeah, I don't
Yeah.
let any drama. I'm kind to everybody, and if I make a mistake and say something wrong, I'm big enough. I'm sorry. I don't ever want to hurt anybody. But sometimes I make a mistake and say something wrong, and someone takes it wrong or something. Uh, there's an incident where I was talking about someone, but it was nothing malice. I was praising a person, but the way the person heard it, thought I was talking bad about the person. They jumped to a conclusion about me, and so they never gave me a chance to explain anything. And I realized I'm just not going to deal with this person anymore because you didn't give me a chance to explain anything, and you just jumped to a conclusion about me. Everybody knows I'm the nicest person in the world. So if you ever heard anything that Earl did, you'd be like, "Earl, did you?" And I'll explain, and you'd be like, "Oh, that now I understand." Because I'm not going to be hurting anybody's feelings, or I'm not a bad person, and I'm here to be nice to everybody and people. I really want everybody in the world happy. I want the world to be a happy place. and I try to do my part, and I try, and I do, and but yeah, that's that part of me. What else cool about me can I talk about? I lived in Jacksonville, Florida, on and off for 20 years, maybe 25. I lived in South Carolina for about 15, Columbia, Greenville. I lived in Myrtle Beach one summer. Uh, I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm in Delaware now. Delaware's not bad. I like Delaware. I got a cat. She just came out of nowhere. Now I got a cat. You feed them, they don't leave. Uh,
Is
I
there
ride
what do you call it?
motorcycles. I've had about 16 motorcycles. I got a bike now. I ride old 750 Honda. I like old vintage motorcycles. Uh, yeah, I'm like a biker, long haired motorcycle kind of guy, rock and roll. But the funny part, I grew up in the 80s listening to all the rap music. I like know all the music. And then in the 70s, my dad bar had a jukebox with all the country music on it and all the R&B of the 60s and 70s. I like know every song of the old classic. So when you come in my room and I'm jamming, everyone's like, "Yo, Earl, you play the best music." I'm like, "Yeah, I know all the music." Uh, I'm high on life. I wake up every day happy, ready to go. Oh, I quit drinking like 30 years ago. I don't drink anymore. One day I was like around a bunch of drunk people and I'm trying to have a conversation like I always do. And I'm like, "So what do you feel about this subject here? And how do you feel about that?" And the drunk people were like, blah, 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 blah. Like, not even trying to talk to these people. Want to be
Right.
friends with drunk people anymore. So, I mean, I go out with some drunk people. They can be fun and all that. But overall, I just stay away from the drunk people. They don't make sense.
So
Drunk
when you
people
have
aren't
somebody
fun when you're
come into
sober.
your room and they're, let's say they're depressed or something like that, how do you talk to them?
Oh, with kindness and care. You see, when I was a foster kid, my mother had her oldest son, Larry. He was old enough to be my dad. He was like 20 years older, but he was Larry. He was my brother. Larry was a paranoid schizophrenic. Uh, I he would see them. He would see the men, the invisible men. He'd be talking to people that weren't there and all that, and he would be scary to somebody that didn't know what was going on. But once he got his medicine and all, he was cool again, and you could talk to Larry. He's back to Larry. Uh, so I understand nervous breakdowns and people dealing with depression and sad. Like I said, I've had a brother gone, a mother gone, a father gone. I've been sad. I've been depressed. I've had my Mr. Bagley was my counselor when I was a foster kid. He was a great man. He listened to me, but I've never been real needy about. I've had myself to I can talk to other people. So people come to my room and they're sad, and I've talked so many people off the ledge. And here's a great story. The one girl come to my room very upset. She's like, "I got to get my leg amputated tomorrow," and I'm like, "Whoa, okay." And I talked her through it. I'm like, we talked for about an hour, and I'm like, "Look, you're going to do this tomorrow. You got to do what you got to do. You're going to get through it." I talk in a way to encourage people to like be tough and do this thing and you'll get through to the other side. And when you get through to the other side, we'll talk about that. Well, she did her procedure, got it taken care of. And the next day, I was going through some shit. My manager unexpectedly quit. And I love my manager and I wasn't prepared for that. And I fucking broke down crying because I told you I got abandonment issues. Uh,
Right.
when people leave me, a friend just leaving messes me up. If you're going to leave, you got to say, "Hey, man, I'm leaving in a week or two. I'm going to move away." Okay, I can deal with it. Don't come to me one morning and say, "Yep, I'm leaving right now. You'll never see me again." Fucking fall out. I can't handle that. Another
Yeah.
friend in my life abandoned me again. That's the feeling I get. So anyway, I was losing it that morning. She comes in there fresh off getting her leg amputated, and she comforted me. She comforted me. I was losing, and she got helped me. And I talk to her about that now. She still comes in my room all the time. She's one of my favorite people. And it's been like 4 months she's had this. And like the other day, me and someone else was talking in the chat about something. I said, "Yeah, that'll kick you in the butt." She said, "Yeah, not me. I ain't kicking nobody in the butt." She only got one leg. So yeah, she's even her her spirit. She's been through a whole lot, but she's got so much life and spirit. So yeah, me talking to her that day helped her get through that day, and then she comes back. She's my friend. But there's other people that have come to my room talk so. I think there's 10 people or more since I've been on this app that have come to my room and I've said things to them and they've come back to me and said, thank you so much. I appreciate you. There's people right now that got things going on today. I was talking to help them out. I don't, if someone's sad and depressed and got problems, I just talk to people and cheer you up and get you in the right spot.
Right.
So yeah, I'm all about helping people. Anybody come to my room, and I try to say this, if you're upset, come to my room. I'm there for you, people. Maybe I don't say that enough because more people need to come to my room and if they need somebody to talk to.
I'll tell you what, Earl.
But
Since I've
I
known
don't
you,
want a live that's all depressed all the time. We can't have that.
Yeah.
So I
I've
don't
known
want a
you
room.
for
Yeah,
probably a year now, coming up on a year, somewhere in that area. We've probably known each other. Like you've been coming to my room. I remember. I tell a story all the time. I remember the first time I saw Earl. He was walking down a path. Y'all see his hair right now? Okay. You see how long his hair is? All I
Yeah.
saw when I went into this live was this man walking, talking, the camera, the hair was a flowing. He was walking fast, boy. That man fast as fuck, boy. Okay? He was a moving. But when I tell you, the whole time I've known him, this man is on live almost all day long, doing something here or there, doing something. He is always there, pretty much available. And if he's not, give it a little bit. He'll be on. If you go talk to him, guys, he will talk to you. Here's the thing, though: when you go talk to him, make sure you're coming at him with the understanding that he's there for you. But no matter what, at the end of the day, you got to keep it positive. You got to pull the positivity out of yourself. You got to be willing to do the work yourself, and that goes with anything in life. If you're not willing to look deep in yourself and pull out that positivity no matter who you talk to, what you're doing, or whether you talk to anybody at all, you're gonna get nowhere. Okay? People are gonna shut you out. They'll give you a few chances, maybe, and they're gonna be like, nah, we're done with this dude, or we're done with this girl, because she's not even willing to put in the work to cheer herself up. And it's not easy, don't get me wrong, but it is literally all a mindset thing. But I'll tell you what, you want a good place to go to talk to someone, the majority of the people on this stream right now, you can go chat with. I guarantee you. If you see them on live, you can go chat with them. But I'm gonna tell you what, Earl is on more than any of us. I guarantee it. Now I'm on a lot too. So I'm telling you, he's on a lot, bud.
Yeah. I see you on all the time, Mike. All the time.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Earl's
eating. I'm
on more
sorry.
than
I
I
mean,
am.
on live.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check him out more.
Yeah, Earl. Listen, Earl's there. If I remember right, I think it's 8 a.m. Eastern every day.
I changed it to 9, I think. Uh,
9 a.m. Eastern.
I go in at 9. I stay on until about 11 now. I get off for about an hour. I go get lunch or breakfast at that time because I haven't ate. And then I get back on around 12:30 ish, and I stay on to about 3. And then if I'm tired, I'll take a nap from 3 to 5. Because at 5 I stay on to the rest of the night. From 5
Oh,
to midnight.
this man puts in more hours on TikTok than almost the majority of you people probably watching this an entire day, like in your regular work day.
He's
So
clocking
Right.
in three
that's what
full
I'm
time
saying. He's
jobs.
there.
He's
I've
clocking
I've won
in.
the I've had more. I've got more hours than anybody in my agency a couple times, and yeah, I and then milestones. They just gave me like a lion, Leon the kitten, and a meteorite shower. I got all that one day for all my milestones.
Let's go. Hey Earl,
Nice.
My
can I
husband brought me
ask
some
you,
coffee.
Earl, what got you into TikTok? I know how much
Yeah,
you love it. I
I
know,
wanted to
but
ask
can
that
you
same
tell us what
thing.
got you into it?
It was an accident. I had nobody to talk to, and I'm like, I need to talk to somebody. What can I? TikTok. What the hell's TikTok? I looked at TikTok 3 or 4 years ago. A friend of mine had TikTok downloaded. I'm like, what's TikTok? He showed me his phone. It looked like people was going like this, just jumping
It
around.
was all the
I'm like,
dances back then.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is that? I don't want to do that dumb shit. And I never looked at it again for years. Well, someone said, oh, you can talk to people on TikTok. You can talk to people. Talk to people. So I downloaded the app, started talking, and I've never stopped. Never missed a day talking on the app because I just want
love
to
that.
talk to people. And then as I'm talking to people, I'm like, I can make people's lives better and like give them information.
Yep.
And I know a lot of stuff. And like, don't eat the yellow snow. Don't eat the yellow
Oh
snow.
gosh.
Don't eat the yellow
So
snow.
Wait a minute.
love
Wait
it.
a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
It is not
Listen. I
lemonade.
have to ask. Why don't eat the yellow snow? Because I did that last winter and I didn't find anything wrong with it.
Oh, you're so crazy. No, you did not.
Mike, Mike,
Yeah.
You're from a place that snows. I know you know
It
that.
was a little. It was a little different, but like overall,
was it a
Yeah.
little tangy, brother?
Yeah. Yeah. But I learned I could talk to people and tell people things. And I know a lot of shit because my father was brilliant. My father's handwriting looked like calligraphy. Whenever he would give me a note and I take it to school, when I hand it to the teacher, they your father wrote this? Like, yeah. They go to other people. I'm like, and I started looking like it's beautiful. His E looked like a musical note when he wrote it.
Hmm.
And he was just brilliant. He he encouraged me. He would give me books and things. He'd help me with my homework. He encouraged learning and being smart. I would go to school, history class. I always loved history class because my dad knew history and he'd tell me things. So I'd go to school and we'd have a lesson and they'd say, "Anybody heard about this?" And okay, and I'd answer. They're like, "How do you know that?" "Oh, my dad told me." And they were like, "Your dad is right. He's a smart man." So he encouraged learning, and I like being smart. And I know a lot of things. And at 60 years old, I've learned a lot of things in life. I'm a black Polish man too. Isn't that funny? I think I'm the only one in the world. I've never met another black Polish person ever. I met a black German person, a black Irish person, a black everything else, but I'm the only black Polish person. Never. I'm 60 years old. Have never met one. So I'm a unicorn. I'm the only one.
Ah, you're a unicorn.
Ooh, I better not say that on this app.
oh Lord.
Yeah, I'm
Listen,
not a
Because
next
that could
unicorn.
come across a little bit
here's the.
different, Earl.
I'm a
Do
pit
you
bull. I'm a pit bull.
do
I'm a
you see
bear.
what
No, I don't want to be a bear either. Oh my
I
gosh, can't be nothing on this app but Earl. I'm Earl.
I'm
I
Earl.
almost see Earl posting a video for a challenge. If any other black Polish men are out there in the world, to get in his
Yes.
comments and let him know.
Yes. If this reaches any black Polish man or even a black Polish woman, hit up Earl with a
Yeah, black
video
Polish.
to prove
Yeah.
it. Because he's never met one. Neither have we.
And
So,
here's another thing with me. Me being half black and half white, I got the pretty brown skin and I got the pretty soft hair. Uh, it's worked out for me my whole life. Uh, I don't mind. My grandchildren are beautiful. My daughter's beautiful, and the grandkids. Everybody's black and white mixed, and all these girls are beautiful. My grandson's handsome. Uh, yeah, I have the one granddaughter's blonde hair, blue eyes. The boy's blondish hair, blue eyes. Then the other ones are brown hair. But yeah, it's a lot to me. As far as I'm just a unique person. I know I'm different than a lot of people, and I'm like I said, I know I'm very smart, and I like helping people, and I like teaching people things, and I like to give people the information. Hey, this is the answer to that, and this is how you fix your problem.
Yep.
And when they don't use it, that's their own fault.
right.
Yep.
Because you
That's
give
true.
what's the old saying? You don't give a man a fish and he eats one day. You give him a fishing pole and teach his ass how to fish, and he gets his
Yeah.
own fish. You know,
Yeah.
so see, I know.
What's that other one? You can lead a
Oh
horse to water, but you can't teach it
Can't
to
make me
drink.
drink.
no, you
Yeah.
lead a horse to water, but you can't make it think.
Make it up.
I said it wrong on purpose to make you laugh. See, some people think I don't know and I'm saying it wrong because I'm not smart. No, I'm being witty and I'm saying it the wrong way to see who's witty enough to catch what I'm doing.
I
Yeah.
do kind of that same kind of. I'm a smart ass. I'm sarcastic. I do a lot of
Oh, me
stuff like
too.
that. When people don't know me, sometimes I can. People are like, "What the hell is this girl from?" This girl's a
Yeah,
weird ass.
I tried to. I think the first day I met Marion, I sent her text message. I said, "If you weren't a woman, we'd be boxing right now." No, I never
What?
did that, guys. I never did that.
He
Okay.
said, "Listen, bitch." No, I was like,
Whoa!
And also,
my dog even calls me a bitch, and I'm not.
that's
Sheesh.
funny. I wouldn't feed
What?
that
I
dog.
was just talking to Anthony about that earlier. Always talk like mama dogs, and I'm like, "Hi, mama loves you." No, you don't love me. You're just a bitch. I'm like, it's
Yeah,
only me talking for my animals over here.
yeah.
It didn't
But
happen until I was retired, and then I started talking to my animals.
You said retired. I'm basically retired. I was like, I was 59. My body's hurt. I've worked hard for years. I got a shoulder that needs operating on and another one that needs operating on. Uh,
Mm.
so I'm old. I'm tired. I was like doing TikTok. I'm like, wait a minute. I learned a little bit on TikTok and I started figuring, I'm like, if I work more hours on TikTok, I think that'll supplement. I make more money than I was making working now on TikTok. And I'm so glad I do what I do.
Yeah.
It's less physical and I can do that. Now, the
I
mental part
I
of
agree.
TikTok, the mental part of TikTok makes it even worse than you'd rather go dig a hole sometime than go do TikTok. But
I,
you, you gotta love it. If you don't love it, you don't love it. And I was made for this. I got it. Mike was made for
I
this.
I agree with you completely. I'll tell you what, right now, from having my back broke twice to need surgery on my knees, my shoulders, and my back, and you name it. Everyone's like, "Man, go get a job." I did construct. I've done so many manual labor jobs that it's insane. But the
Yeah.
body won't hold up, and I'm gonna be the first to tell you I'm not afraid of much in life, but I'm afraid of surgeries. I'm terrified of them. Okay, so when I started TikTok, I had no idea what I was doing. I scrolled on it for years, and then I kept seeing this live thing up in the corner. I had no idea what that was. I clicked on it one day, went in, and you know what? I was like, "This is cool." And I'll tell you what, I'm so glad I did that day because you're absolutely right. If you stay on here, you put in that work to it, you start making money. You don't make money right away. You got to really grind. You really got to put in time.
Yeah,
And if you're not willing to put in that time, and you have to pay attention. You have to be able to watch and analyze what's working for people, what's not working for people. And you also have to watch what's working for you and not working for you because what works for one might not work for you and what works for you might not work for another. You have to be
right.
willing to be learn how to take things and twist it. But at the end of the day, if you don't start to grow a love for it, you are not it's not going to be fun for you. The mental part of it is and can be worse than working any job that I've ever worked in my life. However, you find ways to have outlets. You find people to talk to. You find people to keep you, on your toes. And it can be one of the most rewarding things ever. People say, "Oh, you do TikTok, you do social media," and they'll make fun of you, right? But at the end of the day, if you put time into it, most of the people, it's almost impossible to fail as a content creator or someone on social media. And I'll tell you why. You get out of it what you put into it. And at the end of the day, if you put that work in, you're probably going to make more money than you ever made in your life. End of the day, let's just be honest.
And
Like I said,
I know I
it
could make
takes time. It takes work. It takes, like you also said, being smart about it. It's the same thing with the podcast. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to do the same thing. It's you have to you learn, you grow, you be smart, you do your research, you try different things. That doesn't work, you try something else. You ask for advice if you need from other people who are successful
Mm-hmm.
in the field. Same exact scenario. And
Exactly.
it's just having that pride in yourself, being dedicated, being motivated, and having that circle, having that table of people who are going to keep you accountable, who are going to whoop your ass if you need it done, but they're also going to give you a hug when they know that that's appropriate. They
Yep.
know when they're not going to sugarcoat you and treat you like a baby and babysit you. They want you
Yep.
to succeed as much as you do. You just have to be able to take the advice, take the constructive criticism,
Yeah.
grow and learn. I mean, everyone has something to teach. Everyone has their what they can contribute, and what they do is not always what you can do. So
Yep.
always, take the advice and heed from others, because if you just think you can do it all on your own, you're wrong. And if you can
You
and you
need.
do, it's not as
You
fun.
don't enjoy
It's
it.
not, yeah,
and that's the thing with this app too. It only you can't be a solitude person on this app for yourself. This app only
right.
works when you go along with everybody else. You gotta you gotta be a people person. You can't sit in a room by yourself like I don't need you. I don't need you. You need people.
You
That's
need
how this
them.
app works.
Yeah,
Yep. Agreed.
And you got to be real. You got to
yeah.
be authentic, 100% real.
I learned
Authentic.
that from the
Yep.
beginning. Yes, be yourself, be real.
Yep. I can't agree more. I've told people this all the time. If you show up and you're faking it, that's okay. Fake it till you make it. And you'll fake it. You'll make it. That's cool. But guess what? how long are you gonna be able to make it while you're faking it before y'all don't realize if you're watching this stream right now, you can probably tell how I'm feeling just looking at the screen. You can probably tell what I'm thinking looking at the screen. You can probably tell the emotion by looking at the screen. And people see the same thing in you. If you're not enjoying it, if you're nervous, if you're whatever it may be, they can read through that bullshit. You can
Yeah,
manipulate for so long, but guess what? It's eventually going to show through and everything's going to crash on you. And guess what? Once you've done that, the rebuild, good luck.
yeah,
And it's and own your and own the way you feel in the moment, because guess
Yep.
what? Maybe in the moment I am not in a good mood and I am upset
Yep.
and I am only showing up because I need to. I'm showing up for my people. I'm showing up for myself.
Talk about that.
So talk about that.
Talk about
Don't,
that. Let people know.
I'm here today. I'm not in the best of moods. My husband's done pissed me off. I'm doing the best I can today. How is it?
You want to what someone told me?
Hmm.
Someone told me one time, they said, I show up every day, even on days I don't feel like being here, and I have to put on this fake face to be. No, you don't. Let me explain something to you. If you show up as you are and explain to your people who you are, how you're feeling, guess what? They will rally around you. Once you
Yes,
build it up to have those people, they will rally around you, rally with you, build you up. But on the cross hand of that, make sure when they come in, you're building them up too.
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
One of the
Right?
biggest mistakes I ever did was give people my number. Okay?
yeah,
Because some of the people I gave my number, the people I gave it to, I was like an hour late one day, and my phone started ringing. Then my other phone started ringing, and my tablet started ringing. Then they were all ringing at the same time. It was like 5 different people calling me. Where are you? Are you okay? Are you alive? Signs of life. I'm gonna call out Brooke Ann. But you know what? Paige,
Page.
Boost Nation.
Yeah, I knew that one.
Um, here's the thing though. I'm so grateful for them because those people have kept me going. Those people were in my corner, and I was in their corner when they needed me. To the best of my ability when I was able. We're not always able to show up fully, guys. With anything in life, one of the best things about doing this though is you can show up as you are, where you are, and rock it out from there.
Yeah,
And once you do show up, by the time you get, it's like going to the gym. Who wants to go to the gym most of the
exactly.
time? You don't.
But no one
But
ever
once you get
regrets the
there,
workout after.
once you're done, you feel good, right?
Hmm.
It's very similar. So,
That does the same for other social media apps as well.
yeah.
Once you dive into your community, once you start to realize that your community is there for you and they're there to support you, they're there to what I call it, encourage you, lift you up. Yeah, you're gonna have trolls, you're gonna have people that hate, but at the same time, you're gonna have people that love you.
yeah.
Let them
My
100%.
love you.
You're going to have people that depend on you
my
as
Right.
much as you depend on them.
my problem is I've always only relied on myself my whole life, basically. So this app, I have to rely on the kindness of other people. That was
Mm.
hard for me. I
Yes.
I'm a guy like I'm good. I got my own money. I don't need nobody to give me anything. I pay my own way. You need something, I got something for you. Well, this app works the opposite way that I gotta accept from people. And I've gotten to
That's a
where
hard thing for me.
yeah, I've gotten to where people have told me, say, Earl, you deserve it. You're a nice guy. People are doing that. They love you. But it's still that accepting love. I have problem accepting love. That's my problem. So the people that when they give you the big gifts or little gifts, the gifts start rolling in, it gets emotional and I cry. And it's like the reason I cry is why are these people being so fucking nice to me is what the feeling is inside of me. And then the people who talk
Yeah.
to me say, Earl, you deserve it. You're a good guy. That's why they like what you say. People really like you. They care about you. And I provide a service. I make some people laugh
Yes.
or I tell them things that they need to hear. I encourage. So I'm learning that's the reason why people do what they do here on this app. But
Mhm.
it took me a while. Like, I really didn't, oh, it bothered me so bad. Like, oh my God, I gotta be nice to people and get them to be nice to me. And this is weird. I don't know what to do. But I've learned it's uncomfortable with love.
Mm.
It's a
And
hard
I'm
dynamic
I'm
to
kind of on
understand.
the other side of that spectrum, and so for those of you listening, do be a happy medium of me. Do not be me. So when live hosts are talking to you and saying, do what you can and not what you want, they're talking to me and people like me. My love language is gifting, and not just like on the app, but in real life. And that's how I've always been. I love to give to people, and sometimes I find that if I'm not paying attention to how much I'm giving to people, I can put myself and my family in a bind, which I'm currently in. You guys know. But don't ever put yourself in a bind just because you love others. You know, like they wouldn't want you to do that. If the people that have been loving on knew the situation I'm currently in because I've been loving on them, they would not like that at all. And I know that. I don't, I gift with intention into people that I feel value for, that I have friendship with, that either they've taught me something or they've made me laugh or I got something from them. And that's me paying for my service basically. But they never would want to see me suffer because I was loving on them. So always
Nope.
listen, always do what you can and not what you want. Because we know
But
you would do more if you could. You don't want to put yourself in a predicament or a situation that's not
if
financially responsible.
yep, it is literally exactly.
Yeah.
If you come in and all of a sudden someone hits a battle, don't throw nothing. See if they hit the battle because you came in. If someone comes in and says, "Hey man, you're here. We can finally do something tonight." Get the hell out. Okay, leave immediately. If someone's like, "Well, I don't know, guys. Such and such isn't here yet, so maybe we should wait a little bit." You know what I
Mhm.
mean? If you hear
I've
that,
never
them
seen
talking about
that.
somebody else, get out.
That is wild.
I'm gonna tell you guys, you are not a number. You
Yeah.
are not a bank account. You are a person. And as someone who makes money off this app, this is my full time thing too. I have told people numerous times, do not ever send me a thing if you do not have the means. Do not
Oh,
ever send me a thing that will put you in a bind.
never. Yeah.
I will literally go get a job. I will do whatever I gotta do. Like I'll figure it out. But this is my passion. This is what I enjoy. So if I'm able to do it full time and be able to bring in enough to survive, then that's cool. I like that
Yeah.
because as everyone else on the screen, I know for a fact we love to be there for people, to help people, to put a smile on people's faces, to lift people up, to whatever we can to help someone be a little bit better either that day or that moment.
Right.
That's why we try to be available for this.
And I like the one thing I can say that a lot of people can't, but one thing I can say that the people that I do gift to do not look at me as a number. And they also know when I come in and I don't drop my heart me, they know why. They know I can't reach, they don't they do value me. I do have friendships with most of these people off the app, but they still don't understand. They don't know that I don't have the means at the time, and they would
Do,
kill me if they did.
do you know
I
the other
would
one that
never
rubs me a
support
little bit
someone who
wrong?
treated me like a number. And if I didn't realize they were and it got pointed out, yeah, I would be gone. Mine is I
Do you know
support
like a
those that
small
I
thing?
value and that I know value me in return.
There's a small thing, a literally small thing, a one penny thing that drives me nuts when people hosts do it. Hey man, your heart means great. You're ashy.
Yeah.
Hold up. Do you think they don't notice that when they come in? Let me explain something to all. When someone comes in, this is TikTok that we're talking about. If someone comes in and their heart meter is gray, they must not have been able to be there for a few days.
Mhm.
And honestly, most people who are at a point where they don't have money to do stuff, they won't even come in, right?
That's true.
So
Most of the time.
hear me out. If they come in with a gray heart meter and you're like, "Hey, your heart meter's gray," what if they were broke? What if they were going through something that moment and they just found the courage to come in because they're like, "Hey, I need to go talk to this person. Maybe they can lift me up." And you can immediately bash them with, "Hey, give me money." Think about that, y'all.
Yeah.
Like
I had
literally.
someone do that to me today, actually. Someone whose room I go to all the time that is not someone I call a friend or anything, but she pinned me because she always does. And when she did, she noticed that it hadn't dropped my heart me. And she was like, now don't forget your heart me now. Don't forget your heart me. And I'm like, I didn't forget my heart me. Can't give you no heart me right this
Now,
second.
there is
But
a
she
way
was
to talk
saying it
about it.
going, I'm like, girl,
Yep, there's a way to do it. And I'm going to tell y'all, you can literally go, guys, if you're able to do heart meets today, do not single somebody out with a name.
yeah,
Guys, if you're able to do a heart me, it's 1 penny. Like, you can hit that heart up there, you can send a heart me, it helps the host. Never be like, hey, your heart me's Ashley. Hey,
yes.
you, send your heart me.
Oh, I
That is
thank you, but I had to
singling
take you
people
right
out.
down because I realized you hadn't sent a heart me yet. Because there are hosts that do that too.
Yep,
You're not
yep,
even allowed to be
yep, yep,
pinned
yep.
if you haven't sent your heart me and shared it
Not
5
everybody
times.
can.
There's people, they will not put you on the highlight. They will not do anything unless you give them a heart me, or unless you, what do you call it, give them a gift.
Now,
All kinds of stuff.
hear me out. At the end of the day, this is a business.
Yeah,
Understandable.
absolutely.
But
Yeah,
don't attack people because they haven't sent
right,
money.
right,
That's my point. Yes, you're gonna pay attention to the people that you're making money from first. I
right.
get that. I get
I
that.
get that
Listen,
too. It's
but
business.
you can still fit the other people in there too.
My thing was, I am the person always giving you business, and this is the one day that my heart me is gray. So why would you call
Nope.
me out?
Yep. Yeah. It
I
it's
mean,
already a
no,
show
I'm
of
even a
character.
super fan in here, girl.
Oh, looks like he don't care. He said, just come in my room and talk to me.
Right? Or else
Hmm?
just come to me. I would never do that to you.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
sometimes,
everything out the window. If someone comes in my room and just start having a great conversation with me, that's what I'm looking for.
yeah,
Yeah,
Also,
that's
But
guys,
what
if
I
you
want.
if you're doing social media
Yeah, honestly,
and
that's what I want as well.
if you're getting on here and your whole idea is I'm gonna do social media to make money, you're gonna fail. I'm gonna tell you that right
yes,
now. You're failing. You're already failing. If you get on here and you're like, hey, this is my why. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do for others. This is what I can offer. This is, what I can do for myself. That is where you've already started being successful. If you're getting on here like, I'm going to go get rich, you're not. I'm not going to say not because I can't say that, but it's very slim that's going to make it. Do you want to know a secret, y'all? Most of these hosts that you see up in the A leagues, they're not making big money. They're not. They're broke. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're recycling money to get that A league up there. They
yes.
don't. They're recycling. And guess if that's what they want to do, cool. But I need y'all to understand. Get on here, learn how to monetize properly, learn how to treat people properly, learn how to work a business properly, and be yourself. To be outside your own shell, and
Yeah.
you will be successful. Those are
And
the
treat
keys.
it like a business.
Yup.
If
End of the
you
day.
are pouring yourself into something, you are clocking in and you are on that TikTok clock. This is your job. Run it like a
Yep.
business, which is why, like you
100%.
said, I mean, you have to have. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Earl, I had a question, man. Like, what are your thoughts about not necessarily like a specific live host, but like other live hosts that you've come across on this app? Like, what sets you apart from the other live hosts? Because
well,
I can
there's
see
no
what sets you apart,
there's
but
nobody like. Okay, you you still talking?
oh yeah, no, I'm good. I say I can see what sets you apart, but there's
I just
like everybody wants to know like what sets you apart.
ain't nobody else in the world like me. I'm one of a kind. There's nobody, and nobody can touch me the way I am. I'm here. I'm not. Here's everybody else. I'm not here. I'm here. And the reason I consider myself here, who else is black and white and Polish? Who else had a dad was a boxer? Who else was raised in bars with rock and roll music? Who else got a motorcycle, a street motorcycle when I was 9 years old? That's what I learned how to ride on. I had a motorcycle that did 100 miles an hour when I was 9 years old. Our family car was a 66 Chevelle SS Super Sport. Uh,
Yeah, well,
I
that
mean,
deal when he got
my
brought
dad
in.
rode Harleys and Indian motorcycles.
It wasn't me. I didn't
What
go
else?
to them.
Just everything I experienced, everything about me.
Somebody walked into my
I'm
office with a
just
lost.
I know a little bit about enough things to where it made me so unique.
They picked him up, hauled him in, and
And
then
I'm a
tried to
To
get
person
wrap
that
it all in a bow, what
I'm
makes
in
Earl
love with the
different?
thought of love,
Earl's self
but
confidence.
love scares me.
natural born
Uh,
life.
oh, and
What you say?
I'm a logical person. I think by logic. So many people, no logical people hardly left in the world. You guys might be logical, but I got to be around you a little more to find out. Uh, but
Ever so
logical
much.
people do logical things, and I, I'm just,
Mo-
I'm
Most people act
confident,
out of emotion today. A lot of people, the majority of people act out of emotion instead of logics or
Yes,
logistics.
absolutely.
and they be picking up their teeth, keep acting like that. Uh,
Earl brings confidence.
my,
Yeah.
When you have
uh,
self worth and self love, that makes such a huge
yeah,
difference, not
Well,
just in your
yeah.
life, but in the lives of those around you. Because you can
here's
give,
Yes.
another,
it's hard to give 100% love when you don't 100% love yourself or believe
and
in
I love
yourself. But
myself
when you
so
do,
much. Uh, I remember when I started loving myself. I remember when I didn't love myself. When I was that other person that I didn't like, I used to stare in the mirror at myself for a long time and I'd look at that person. I did not like that person. That person was scary looking and they just did not, that was not, I was looking at somebody else. I had turned into somebody else. Now, when I change who I was and I'm back to who I should be, the kind, good person that thinks the right way. When I look in the mirror myself, I'm laughing at that dude in the mirror. That guy's funny. I like that guy. That guy's freaking.
I love it.
If you can't look in the mirror and smile and laugh at that person in the mirror, now you got a problem. You should always be able to look at that person in the mirror and be like, "Well, you messed up again. We'll try. We'll try again tomorrow. What the hell, you know?" Or, "Hey, I succeeded again. Yeah, But you should be liking that person in the mirror, or you should be able to laugh at that person in the mirror for their mistakes because they made an honest mistake. It's like, oh, you messed up again, but you're going to try. You're going to get it together. You know.
Right.
So that's like an experiment. Look in the mirror and see if you like. I mean, stare into your own eyes and see if you like that person staring back at you. If you start like, wait a minute, I don't really like what's going on here. You need to change things.
Yeah.
Nope. Agreed.
Thank you. I like that.
Oh, sure.
I don't think there's enough people in this world that thinks positive like that. And I think that a lot of people need to,
I don't want to rehash
what do
it,
you
but
call it, take a little advice from you too.
you need to tell me what the hell happened.
I like
You
giving
asked
good
me.
advice. I used to didn't take my advice. I actually take my own advice now.
Right. There you go.
Oh, I
So
have a
when
superpower
you
too.
learn to take your own advice, you've made a very large leap in your
Yeah,
life and in your mental health
and
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 just in yourself, your self worth, your self love, self respect.
yeah, I always tell people I have a superpower. My
Let me tell you
super
what we're doing
my
here.
superpower is I'm the most stubborn person in the world.
7 years.
If I don't want to do something, I don't do it.
Foreign
And
declaration
then
and support
what's funny,
suit. That's
sometimes people are like, hey, try this. This is good. I'm like, oh, I don't want none. But it's good.
money.
Yeah, I know it's probably wonderful, but I don't want none. How can you not want none? It's bothering you, right? Yeah, I don't want none.
Right.
I love to watch
Right.
other people care about other people too much sometime, and I don't care what that guy eat doesn't go in my stomach. So go do whatever you're doing. Uh,
It's
don't worry so much about other people what they're doing. I mean, you worry about people to help them and all that, but just leave people alone. Let people do their thing, and people that need you, they're going to come to you. Worry about yourself. There's people that are like, I wonder what that person thinks of me. I care less what that
right.
person thinks of me. Now, if they say they like me, that's cool. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get them to say, "Hey, I like you." But
Right.
yeah, I just don't worry about the important shit in life. Much important stuff to worry about. To worry about the dumb stuff. Uh, yeah, there's people. They talk about these things and they're so upset about the dumbest thing, and I'm like,
When we get there, I
leave
need
that
you to
alone. Just
trust him, then shut
and
him the hell up.
with problems too. I think like this about problems. When you got a problem, run at it head on. Run at it, run at that problem, because the sooner you get to that problem and take care of it, it's gone. You keep avoiding that problem starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You know, uh, run to your problems, take care of your problems, get them out the way. You can relax. All your problems taken care of. Then life
Absolutely.
isn't bad.
Well,
But you
usually,
gotta.
Earl, when we're wrapping it up, we usually ask the guest to give some last words of advice, and I don't even think you have to do that because you just did. You gave some. You gave
Yeah,
the
they already
best
knocked it
words of
out.
advice to be at the wrapping it up.
And don't eat
Anthony,
the yellow snow.
don't eat the yellow
Listen,
snow.
come on,
Right.
stop playing with the yellow snow, Earl. I like it.
That's amazing. Well, y'all,
Earl,
this is what do you call. I guess we're wrapping it up. Um, this
I've
has been the
enjoyed
Truth
myself.
Table podcast. Thank you, Earl, for being here with us, telling us your story, dude. You have an amazing story, and I would definitely urge anybody that can go check Earl out on TikTok. His username is Earl Luke. What is it? Luke
Earl
Sweet
Luke
Talker.
Sweet Talker. Kind of
He's a
like
good
Luke.
dude.
Kind of like Luke Skywalker. Luke Sweet Talker.
We'll
I
tag
noticed
him
that.
in the comments, you guys, so you can make sure to find him on TikTok.
Yeah, definitely. But this has been the Truth Table podcast, unapologetic AF. This is Anthony. Thank you guys for showing up. I love you guys. I'm gonna pass it on to Jewel.
all right, guys. My name is Mike. Also, Mike for the win on all platforms, or Mike for the win official, depending on how you want to look it up. Y'all, thank you so much for being here, and we hope you all have an amazing day. And remember, no matter what the day holds, your mind sets the key. You can always change your mindset to make your day better, and the day isn't great unless you make it great. You're already a great person. You're already great. Why not just make the rest of the day great? See y'all later.
And check on your strong friends, you guys. They're not always as strong as you think. On to the next time.